Let's get started. I have a question. How busy is your life right now? Or how is your life right now? Should be a better question. Are you busy? Are you productive? Or are you truly intentional? From a scale from 1 to 10, how's your life right now? And once you've been truly honest to yourself, because this is all about helping you to take your life to the next level and then create more impact, maximizing your output and get most out of the time. Then when you know whether you're busy, you're productive, or intentional with your time, and I'm going to double down on that, what these different categories really mean and why you want to shift if you're not in the best category, if we're talking about maximizing and leveraging your time, then how much of your time at work do you either consume or do you create, right? These two keys, I've got doubling down on what are the two keys I would love for you to practice this week. If you nail these two keys, you are going to shift your life. And I said to my clients and those who book a discovery conversation, I'm not a genius, but I committed myself to understand how the brain works. I committed myself to understand why sometimes we are suffering from the imposter syndrome, why we feel so busy, and what if life could be just a bit more fun, right? So if I can do it, you can too. All right, let's dive in. We have 10 minutes. So let me give you the backstory. I don't know about you, but I've been there most of my life and most of my career. I've been really busy, and busy to the extent when we are busy, we lost the path. We don't know what we're doing, and we're really transactional, and it's like draining us. It can lead to frustration, depression, stress, anxiety. I mean, it's not the healthy place to be, right? Being busy. So here's what I want you to be aware of. And I don't know if it's you, but many people say, and I've been there and I've been so proud of it, right? They say, I'm busy, but that's the wrong game to play. If you want to create more impact, if you want to take your career to the next level, and you really want to enjoy life to the fullest, and it really allow yourself to experience the full expression of yourself, right? Now it's time. There should be green lights to stop saying you're busy. If you're busy, then find out, why are you busy? I've been there, but you're doing it the hard way. And then the next step, I want you to ask here, you're busy. Yes, I love these steps, but most people are busy and they are transactional, and they struggle transactional to say no. No is not in their vocabulary. But it's not good for you to be busy. It's not good for your kids to be busy. It's not good for your career to be busy. It's not good for your health to be busy. It's not good for your relationship to be busy. So that's a good reason why you should stop being busy. All right. The next step up is to learn and to connect with what it means to be productive. Most of you would probably say that you're productive. Yeah, you're busy and you're creating and you're engaging in workshops and all that stuff. But here's the catch. Most people who I serve are stuck in the productive bucket, right? And here's what happens, that you serve and you serve and you serve. And what happens, then you'll have the most important tasks, you do them in the evening. So that is also, guess what, ladies? That is also the wrong way of doing career and doing life. Don't want to be productive, because most often you, whoop, that's energy. We don't want to be productive, right? Because we are not truly focusing on what's going to move the needle. That's worth paying attention to. And you say, I'm very open in my language right now, but that's crap. But listen, if you have any objections, I really invite you to connect with those feelings and fears, because this is actually how the great minds work. And if you followed me last week or 2 weeks ago, I went to the US to learn how the great minds work. I work with quite a few great minds, and what I'm sharing with you is actually how they work. So if you just are open to a bit of new ways of thinking, this will shift your life, okay? And remember, if you're here, send me a hi, let me know you're here. So really, you may feel productive. I'm also sometimes I've been very productive, but have I really, or did I really achieve my goals, right? Not really. I think it was yesterday. I said, if you want to look at the impact that you create, look at your bank account. And say people, oh, what about money? I don't like money. Well, but you need money if you're kids. You won't have enough money to give them the opportunity to study abroad in the best universities. I mean, money is a byproduct of the impact that you create. So it's about really recalibrating your relationship with money, right? So when we are productive, and here's another key, I'm blending them a bit today, right? We have lots to cover. There's a client intensive coming up in 20 minutes. So, but I want to circuit, all right? So here when we're creative and are productive, oftentimes there's a lot of consumption in this bucket, and you don't want to consume if you truly want to create more impact, all right? So make a note of that. Then the highest level of being productive and maximizing your time and your output is really to be so intentional with your time. Most people do not know how to be intentional because that is not how the corporate world works. I'm sorry to say that, but I've been there most of my career. It is not how the corporate world works. We are not intentional with our time. We do not know. I've been in enough projects, not PMO offices and CXO hallways to know that we're not intentional with our time. We're not intentional with how we make best use of our employees and their wisdom. But, and here's also where it's truly transformational. I did a 3-day event, I think, in August, but being like truly transformational. Transformational, right? Truly transformational. That's about being truly intentional and really know what you want to do. Most people don't do that. Most people do not know what's most important. We're working so focused, laser focused, helping our clients to understand, they do understand, but help them set healthy boundaries so they are very intentional with the time. This also means that you're going to have some tough conversations with your board, with your C-suite, because they're most likely not intentional with the time. Otherwise, everyone would work 3 to 4 hours a day, right? So when you are truly intentional, you know that 3 things you want to do daily. What are the 3 money-making activities, whatever role you have, that you want to focus on? And these things you want to do the first thing every morning, right? The first thing. And I will tell you, I've been in enough projects, observing enough clients to know that none of these organizations feel like that. So if you're listening to this live, if you're listening to this as a recording, I am celebrating it because you are for free getting some unfair advantage wisdom that this would cost lots of money to understand, but now it's your time to go and apply it, right? But you have an unfair advantage now. So what I want you to be really aware and want you to be really aware of is how intentional are you with your time? And what happens is that you go from being productive to be intentional. You're going from consuming that email, consuming emails, meetings, where you just show up, right? And you consume or you scroll the intranet or the intranet or the YouTube or attending courses, but you don't, it's just for information sharing. But if you don't have any attention at all to really learn what is being taught, and most often they don't teach mindset, so you're kind of stuck anyway, right? But if you just opt for consuming and you think you're productive, you're doing it the hard way. So what you want to do when you're really intentional is to be creative. Now it's up to you to figure out how to be creative, right? Create. It's like in the process flow or project chart. What are you going to create that it generates money or value for people in your circle or those you serve, internal or external clients or customers? When you understand this, when you have an open mindset, when you understand what it means when actually going from productive to intentional, when you dare to have these tough conversations, these bold, loving conversations where you see through and say, really, is that money generating activities? If it's not, why should we prioritize? It will be such a thought-provoking conversation. If you know how to do that, right, and you step in your power, you lead with impact, lead with confidence, and showing up with authenticity, ladies. There's no hard feelings here, right? We want to serve others. We're not in competition with others. We want to serve. When you know that, you truly get an unfair advantage, right? So before I go to the ending, right, I have two opportunities for you. That's first off, we are diving even deeper on the business to intentional setting and what it means for you tonight at the masterclass tonight, 6 p.m. European time and 12 noon US Eastern time. If you want to join us, we're still welcoming founding members, then join us tonight. You don't want to miss this if you want to maximize your output and really be so intentional with your time. Oh, it's really heavy for me. It's very deep. It's so transformational. Then go into www.calvertcoaching.com/next level leadership, next level masterclass. And I am hosting a private event tomorrow, 11 a.m. European time. That's 5 a.m. Eastern time. I know it's a bit early Eastern time, but I do also know that that some people are up. But that's how we do it this week. It's all about how I went from busyness to really intentional success in less than 3 weeks, right? Talking about mindset, I'm giving you my blueprints. So if you, the exec, who wants to create more impact, if you know you're in the hamster wheel, really busy, right? Most of you are really busy, but you're not really creating massive impact, then send me a DM at Camilla Calvert, Camilla@calvertcoaching.com, or here on that platform wherever you stream in from live, because I would love for you to join us. This is a really rare free event. It's going to shift your life. That is for sure. If I shifted mine, it will also shift yours, right? So as we come to a close, this will only stay information if you commit yourself to an action. So my question to you is, and I would love to hear from you, what action are you going to commit yourself to take so that you can skip busyness are productive and truly start to go into the intentional setting and create success with intent. As one of my mentors said the other day, Mira Golden said, well, you can keep being productive and you can keep being in that career, but the only thing will shift when you really know how to spend your time. And there's something that's about being intentional, and we're not taught that in school. Corporate life does not understand this concept yet. We're not taught in that, at least not in broader scope. And well, it leads to burnout. It leads to burnout because we're productive and busy. We are overwhelmed, we're lost. If everyone understood this, we would all be intentional with our time. There would be no frustration. There would be no business, where there's no toxic environment, because we're all intentional with our time and how we can serve others. So I hope this was helpful. This is so impactful. So with this, thank you for tuning in again a little later than 10 minutes. I'm so passionate about this. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. So I hope you'll see you either tonight or tomorrow. So with this, in the meantime, in between time, stay happy. All right.